Hello, my name is Marian Okon and I'm a researcher in the Scottish Learning Disabilities Observatory at the University of Glasgow. I will be talking about the project I am working on at the moment in the observatory. It looks at the changes in antipsychotic prescribing in children and young people with intellectual disabilities or autism in Scotland. Antipsychotic drugs are a type of medication that is used to treat people with psychosis. We want to find out if there have been any changes in the prescription of these drugs for children and young people with intellectual disabilities or autism between 2009 and 2013. There is not a lot of information available about antipsychotic prescribing for children and young people with intellectual disabilities or autism. There are some studies that have reported high rates of antipsychotic prescribing in those with challenging behaviors. But there has been no investigation of the rates of antipsychotic prescribing for children and young people with intellectual disabilities or autism over time. Though these drugs are useful in helping people with psychosis, they also have harmful side effects. They have also been reported to be used outside the conditions that they were approved for. There are good practice guidelines that give advice on how these drugs should be used. The guidelines say that doctors should strictly monitor their use in children and young people with intellectual disabilities and autism. Therefore, this study aims to examine the changes in antipsychotic prescribing in Scotland for the years between 2009 and 2013. We want to find out the different kinds of antipsychotic drugs prescribed to children and young people with intellectual disabilities or autism. We also want to find out if there are any changes in the pattern of prescription over time and across health boards. We will look at information from the pupil census and the prescribing information system to find out about antipsychotic prescribing in children and young people with intellectual disabilities or autism. We will compare this information with the rate of prescribing in children who do not have additional support needs. When we have finished this study, we will write a report, and this will be published on the Scottish Learning Disability Observatory website. Thank you for listening.